satisfying viewers at your live. Thanks.
Appreciate that, fam. In the club, we all cry.
Yep.
Welcome. Hello.
Yeah. We're both having a bit of a day, so.
Yep.
If we spontaneously cry or lose our minds,
it's fine.
That's why.
We're just having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Silly girl time.
Yep. We're figuring it out.
My friend Matt talks about our last live. He was like, y'all were really feeling something that day because we were all just like but it's cool.
Mm-hmm. I think Kaya really helped.
Yeah.
Made us even more insane.
Mm-hmm.
Given we're already insane.
Yeah. It's fine. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have a really great time. In Brittany Broski news, she got proposed to by Timothy Chalamet.
What?
Yeah. On her Brittany Broski podcast. She went out into the world and interviewed Timothy Chalamet, and he proposed to her.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then she had, the Aaron Taylor Johnson guy, he's the one who's dating the older woman, right?
I think they're married.
Are they married?
I think so.
Oh.
Unless he's gotten divorced and found a different older woman.
Okay, so I guess they're married. She had him on there and just had Nicholas Hoult. And they both were in Nosferatu, and Nosferatu was a very good movie, but not as horny as I thought it was going to be, because everyone was like, it's super horny.
Ooh.
And it was very horny, but not as horny as they made it seem. And I was like, this is chill horny. This is like me and Tori talking about books horny.
Yeah.
But okay. It's all good. Nosferatu was very good, though. I really liked it. I thought
Is that the scary one?
It's not scary per se. It's more of like a gothic horror. And I really like the cinematography in it. It was really
Already? Oh, swipe left to view real time.
No,
I thought I was doing the stupid puzzle thing already. I'm like, no!
But it was very, very good. I really liked it. Cinematography-wise, beautiful. My favorite shot in cinema right now is the very last shot of Nosferatu. It's got Bill Skarsgård in it and Johnny Depp's daughter.
What is her name?
Lily Rose?
Yes.
Or something. Something like that. But she did very good in it. And yeah. That's all that's going on in my life, besides my little crazy tuxedo cat, Matilda, has figured out how to open drawers now. So she's being a crackhead. She'll pop up out of the drawer. She'll push it out. She's figured out how to get in it and push it out when you're walking by. So that's fun. It's like living in a horror mansion every time we go into the house.
Party.
Do you have any BTS news? I have K-pop news.
You have K-pop news?
I have K-pop news.
Let's hear it.
So, have you watched Squid Games?
I have not, because it looks bloody and scary, and I'm not a bloody and scary girl.
One of the main characters in this new season was in Big Bang, and it was the one that got kicked out for weed.
Nice.
Yeah, he's in it.
I've seen a singular clip on TikTok of him doing the
bang
bang bang
dance. Bang bang bang, and he sings bang bang, and he goes bang 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 in the middle of Squid Games, and he does the dance and everything.
Is he on the show as himself in this game, or it's a character who just really likes?
I don't think they gave him a script, and he's just that's him. I don't think they gave him, but he does Korean and English in the show.
Fun.
And now, because I was like, what is that song that everybody's hyping up? It's bang bang bang, and
bang,
so
bang.
I really liked it. So then I am
an oldie but a goodie, a classic.
Yeah. So I'm in the car listening to Bang 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 and just having a nice time because it's recommending me more songs, and I was like, okay. So Squid Games got me fully into K-pop now because I was kind of on the fringes because of Bang Bang Bang.
Finally.
But
what have you been enjoying? Just more Big Bang, or is it older stuff?
No, some of it. It's a lot of the newer stuff. They did the it's just to encourage people. Thank you guys for whoever sent the hearts.
Hello.
But I think it's some of the newer stuff, and then there's that. Oh no, they have the skin I told you about the last time on Fortnite.
They have the skin.
They have. It's.
Hopefully they all have skin.
It's a skin on Fortnite. They made it to dance on Fortnite, and then it's like
the Megan Thee Stallion song.
With
Tashiwa
Star. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That popped up on there, and then
what is that song called?
Super eagerly, and like I can't think of the rest of that song, but like that popped up, and I was like, oh, I know this because of Fortnite. I didn't know that's what that was. But it like the sheer like I feel so dumb right now because it was like this is a Fortnite song. Like no, I need to go to adult jail. But it's like super eagerly, whatever that song is. But it, boop, boop, boop. And like they do the cutest little dance with it, and it's like the, I don't know. Hi.
Hello.
Same.
Yeah.
Now I'm about to leave again, but
Why?
Because she doesn't like us.
Don't do things.
I'm taking Alicia to the store.
Don't do your
Don't
job.
say names. Don't say names. Nobody heard anything.
I'm taking
No one's
Marley to the store.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
The look on her face, she's like, oh no, don't fire me.
That's it.
No. Oh no. Well, she didn't say like a full name.
Yeah. No one needs to know. No one heard it. Nobody's here. Who cares?
That was a fake name anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Nobody here has a real name.
No.
You don't even know who we are.
It's okay. Me and Tori are having bad days too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I don't think I've actually like sat down and had like a moment of zen.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be okay.
Okay.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you.
You're so smart and talented and pretty.
Thank you.
You got this.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
You
Love
got this.
y'all.
Love
Love
you.
y'all.
Bye. Do you have anything fun you want to say? I told you about my K-pop news.
Let's see. What's been going on? I don't know. My brain, mush.
Same. That's how I feel. And we've got to talk about horny fairies.
Yeah.
Yay!
That'll help.
Horny fairies. Yay!
It's like I was on vacation last week, so now I'm just like trying to get back on top of the pile of things that I need to manage, and it's just like, oh my god.
It's been the worst week.
Mhm.
It's been the worst week.
It's been bonkers. But it's fine. We're
But we get $20
gonna make it out
on
the
our
other
paycheck.
end.
Yay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, horny fairies.
Woo!
Yay! Are you a Tamlin hater, or
Yes.
do you
I
understand
have
Tamlin's
been.
word? Tamlin's always. This is a Tamlin hate channel, but also
Yes.
resend.
Yeah.
We
Hot
resend.
take.
We resend Rysand's invitation. However you say it, resend.
I've been reading it as resand.
Resand. So
'Cause, like,
resend.
I've been going
resands.
off of like Reese, like the
Yeah.
British pronunciation,
Yeah.
and then I was just like adding "and" to the end of it.
Okay, we're gonna do that. Because brains don't work
Mm-hmm.
in this body at the moment. So we're just gonna go off that. We're resend haters.
Yes. TikTok knows full well.
Like, I'm surprised there's not a million in the middle, like, right now, like,
Yeah.
you guys suck.
Yeah. You're the worst people ever. How dare you not say he's perfect? My favorite book boyfriend.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like so many people, like, because I watched a thing the other day, this is very on topic of, like, our book, but not, like, when it comes to book boyfriends, because, like, I will read some stuff, like, that's recommended by TikTok, and I'm like, how in the crap do y'all think this is okay? Like, Tori, there was one the other day that apparently is, like, super big on TikTok, and it's called, like, Credence, and it is about this 2 months shy of being 18 years old. She's 2 months shy of being 18 years old. Her parents die, so she goes to live with her step-uncle and his 2 sons. And do you see where this is going?
Yeah. I don't like that.
One wants her, one wants to be with her, and one craves to have her. I think that's like some line in the book. So it's like, I guess he like waits for her to turn 18. And like, I'm just like, why do y'all think that's okay? That is not okay. This man has 2 sons that are her age. It's nasty.
No, thank you.
No, but everyone's like, oh my god. Like, I even saw a girl with a tattoo of that book on her arm. That's permanently on. That's
bonkers.
If you see this somewhere or somehow, that is permanently on your arm, babes. That you were like, incest.
Well, I've seen so many people with like ACOTAR tattoos, and it's just like, y'all are really committed to this. Can't relate.
No.
It's like, I love the series, I love the books, but it's like, I would not want it permanently etched on my body.
Like, I can't really think of anything, like, book-wise, because, like, there's so many, like, I used to always want a, like, Harry Potter tattoo, and I wanted, like, a very simple, like, the 3 stars, because it was something that could, like, very easily, like, you could say, like, oh, it's this, it's that, whatever.
Just people hacking up along out in the hallway. It's fine.
But anyway, I used to, like that, because it was very simple, but, like, these people who are out here getting book tattoos now, like, they're getting the very intricate, like, this is Rhysand on my leg, this is Tamlin on my leg. I saw a girl the other day who had a Tamlin tattoo, and she got it after the first book, and I was like,
no.
girl!
Oh no!
Oh no! But she did! She got her Tamlin tattoo after the first book, and everyone was like, who's gonna tell her? Who's gonna tell her? But, like, my whole point in this is, like, that's, like, with J.K. Rowling, she came out to be a horrible transphobe. Like, all the just, like, not nice things, and, like, she tries to fix that by being, like, Dumbledore is gay. Like, no, that doesn't fix it, babes.
Yeah.
Like, you put these super hurtful things out about your whole community so many different times. So, like, I don't know. I haven't really, like, I don't know if Sarah J Maas is problematic in any way. She seems...
Like she is. I feel like I've heard whispers, like, people talking about it, but I don't remember, like, exactly what it is.
Yeah, but that's my thing. Like, you can... But when you think of, like,
it's not as bad as J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling, or, like, the chick who
you never know.
wrote It Ends With Us. Like, you know that stuff. So, like, I don't know anything Sarah J Maas-wise, because, like, she's so popular, and she's still releasing books, and everyone talks about how good of a writer she is, and blah, 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 blah. So, like...
Which, I mean, debatable.
Like, Miss Girl. But, like...
Unless maybe it's all intentional. Maybe it's meant to, like, get us talking and get us worked up, but I really don't think it is.
I don't think it is, though, because, like, if that was the case, I think so many people would be taking it differently, because there are so many people that we've seen on TikTok who are like, oh my god, Rhysand, he's such a good man. He had to do that.
All of his horrible things are justified because he loves her, so he was trying to blah, 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 and it's like, no, babes.
No, and it gets worse in the next few books. Like, we're just on book 2, and we're all already mad. And, like, me and Tori have been talking about this before we started talking about the book here.
Yeah.
How it's like, we read these books before. Yeah. Absolutely love them. We still
love
them.
I've read through the series in the last year.
Yeah. And we still love, like, the books, but, like, it's just, like, how did we not, like, I mean, there was things, like, when he was doing the dance and stuff, I was like, that's kind of gross. Yeah. In the last book. That's kind of gross. Ew. Yeah. But, like, it wasn't, like, okay, you're a piece of literal garbage.
Yeah. It's like, I did not like Rhys book 1. Yeah. But I thought, it's like, okay, something's going on here, maybe we're going to change something. We got to book 2, like, the first time I read them, book 2, 3, and 4, I was like, okay, Rhys is cool. Great. Love it. Yay, literary couples. But then reading it back, well, reading book 5 kind of changed my tune a little. But now reading it back and reading it much more critically, it's like, how did I miss this stuff? Like, this is literally my job, y'all, to notice these things, and it's like, wait, fully over my head.
Well, I think that's the whole thing is, like, I think there's such, like, a community of people with these sorts of books that, like, and like, we're both guilty of it.
Yeah.
We just admitted it. Like, where we're like, oh, okay, this is okay, because, like, there's one that's obviously so much worse.
Yeah.
But, like, you see so many different forms of media, and not just books, but, like, everywhere, where it's like, okay, this is very, like, non-consensual, this is very, like, started out as non-consensual, this is very much, like, a red flag. Like, I'm waiting on the freaking guy from TikTok with his big green flag or red flag to come running through this book and being like, why are you reading this?
Yeah.
Because it's so bad. But they have this knack for making someone else worse.
Yeah.
Every time. Someone else is always worse. So, but that doesn't justify it. That doesn't justify that behavior just because, like, oh, okay, like, Rhysand is doing this, but look at what Tamlin did.
Yeah.
No, they're both bad.
I mean, I don't think I will, like, it's been a year, but I don't think I was, like, sitting there, like, justifying what he did.
No.
It was just sort of like, oh, okay, just moving on with the story. It's like I was not putting in the critical thought to even, like, analyze any of it.
And maybe that, like, well, but at the same time, though, there are so many people who, like,
but it's like all these
books.
people that are, like, in my comments defending the behavior. It's like, no, y'all need to take a seat. It's like, it's cool if you did not catch it the first time, but it's like, don't sit there and be like, oh, that's fine. It's like, we need to have a larger conversation then.
Like, if you came in and you were like, guess what this guy did? He got me super drunk on fairy wine, and then painted me in very scandalous clothing, and, like, he didn't really touch me, but he touched my hips. I'd been like, Tori, the fuck? What did you just say about? No!
Or anything in book 2, it's like, oh, he knew that we were actually soulmates the entire time, but just decided not to tell me. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Or he sent me into all these dangerous situations without telling me what was going on.
But he keeps that just is a continuing thing throughout the books, though.
Yeah.
Oh, lie for me so you can get me stuff. Thanks. Fun time. Not a good guy. Oh, and then, like, don't even... I guess we really don't have a train of thought. We don't really have questions. I think we're just talking. But, like, the fact that he is made out to be like, oh, I want to change. I want to make this, like, a better place. I want to keep, like, do what's best for my people. So he has his city. Valaris. He has Valaris all off on its own. Everybody seems like they're pretty equal there. Yeah. For the most part. But then the rest of his realm is literally... Nightmare. Literally nightmare. Yeah.
Quite literally.
Yeah. And, like, women are treated like shit, and, like, they, like, have their wings taken away, and, like, you... Like, no, you can't just make... I think that's just... It's so... just jarring to be like, oh, I want, like, this equality, and I want everybody to be the same, and I want everybody to have all these things, and then, like, actually only if you're in Valaris. So, and
I think part of it too is kind of like what you're saying. It's like there's these like pockets of he's putting up all these green flags, so then it's like you are like, oh, okay, he's a good guy. I don't have to have my radar on anymore.
Yeah, but that I think just because like he has these like pop-ups of green flags makes it so much worse. Yeah. Because it's like, oh, okay, like, only in this city are women treated the same. Yeah. Only in this city, like, are you going to, like, actually seem like a decent person. And then the fact that you have so many people who are suffering.
We do have hot takes.
Yes. So many people who are suffering not only in, like, your realm, but every other realm, because it is very much a patriarchal society. And you have shown that you can do something to change that, but you're not. Because you have to keep up your big bad boy persona. Gross. Yeah. But yeah. Who's your favorite fairy person after this? Go after that big rant about talking shit about recent.
I mean, just going off of this book... Just going off of book 1 and book 2, because we have talked about book 1. I think my favorite would have to be... I don't know. It's like, I like Farrah, but it's like, she does a lot of stuff in this book too that is just like, I don't know. So either her or more.
To be a drum roll.
I like her more. I like Azriel because
Yeah.
we haven't had enough reasons not to like Azriel yet. But you never know. Give it time.
There's another book coming out.
A reason to.
There's another book coming out. So we don't know. I don't know when that another book's supposed to come out, but I know there's supposed to be another one.
I think there's supposed to be 2 more, right?
Really?
I heard she's working on 2.
Good lord. What more could you do?
I mean, we've got to get closure on Elaine. We've got to get closure on Azriel. We've got to get closure on Moore and Lucian.
Yeah. I don't...
So there's a few characters we've got strings to tie up. But can I say something just like skipping ahead a little bit?
Yeah.
In book 5,
yeah.
Nesta does not like Moore at all.
No.
And it's like, I feel like in that book we were laying pieces to where, oh, maybe there's more to her than what we're seeing. But it's like, I cannot figure out what it is yet. I'm not seeing the pieces.
No,
it's like she doesn't like Reese, but it's like if you go back and read it critically, you can see why she doesn't like Reese. It's like, I don't understand why she hates Moore so much.
I've seen theories where people think Moore's gonna like do something to like flip somehow.
Interesting.
Because I think a lot of people have been like, oh, she's gonna flip. Something bad's gonna happen with her. But
I don't know. Because, like, now that I've read book 5, going back to the other books, it's just like, what am I supposed to be picking up that I was not picking up the first time? It's like, I don't know yet.
Who do you think Elaine should end up with?
I feel bad for Lucian. I want him to be happy, but I feel like Azriel.
Yeah. Well, I've seen so many people who be like, actually, her true fated mate is Tamlin. And I'm like, do you want me to punch you? That man doesn't deserve happiness. Are you serious? No. Like, I will literally get violent with you right now. What is wrong
now,
with you?
Now, especially reading the second book again, it's just like, oh, I hate that guy.
Nasty. Like, I literally want to punch you. Stop.
It's like Edward Cullen all over again. I'm just
literally,
like, oh my god.
No! And it's just like, what? And you can't tell me, so I'm sorry for all of you people out there. I like to imagine him with really horrible tan lines for having to wear the mask. It's a very petty thing, but I like to imagine him with like really horrible tan lines. So he's just going around with like very tan skin and like white. And then when he changes into his beast form, it's just like the white fur.
Someone write Hulu. They need to include this in show.
Oh, good lord.
I noticed something in the second read through. When Reese is talking about how, like, going through his whole justification of, yeah, I knew we were mates, but I decided not to tell you. He was talking about all the, like, dreams that he had where he was, like, dreaming her and, like, this psychic connection they have for, like, years. It's like, how many other fairies are mated with humans and just don't know it?
Yeah.
Since these two peoples hate each other so much and are separated. It's like, that's an interesting quandary. And 2, it's like, how old was Farrah at the start of book 1?
Like,
was she 18 or 19?
I think she was...
Because, like, a year passes between the start of book 1 and, like, where we are in book 2. And he said he's been dreaming about her for 3 years. So it's like he was dreaming about, like, a 16 or 17-year-old human girl. And it's like, that is so weird as someone who's been alive for, like, 500-odd years. It's like...
Which, like, that's a whole other thing in the book, too. It's like, why are all these men, like... Like, every fairy man is like, hey, girl. Like... I don't get that. They're like that's so creepy to me. But I guess that's part of like the patriarchal society, the nasty like, because what's the guy they go to steal from?
Tarquin.
He like she was like, oh my god, it'd be so easy to fall in love with him, and like, girl, he's a million years old compared to you. Yeah, shut up. Like I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get the like, ooh, very older male power imbalance. No. I don't, and they're all like, ooh. And then Reese literally looks, go flirt. You're gonna make me mad if you flirt with him, but go do it. So I can get what I want.
Can we, side shooting off of that, I posted a video earlier today talking about this. It is bonkers to me that nobody in their entire little team like thought of the next logical step in the like path of, okay, we're reasoning this out in this plan. They sent Sarah in to like get all this stuff, like the ring, like the book, like the cauldron, because she's got the magic from everyone. Because so she can get into these special places that are like all the things are only keyed to like this High Lord. So she'll be able to get it. But it's like nobody thought of the very obvious thing that if like her touch is showing up is able to show up as all these different people, that it's going to show up as all these different people and not just one person. She can't just like select a touch. Yeah. So it's like you're sending her into all these like life-threatening situations, and nobody's like, oh, she's definitely gonna get caught here. Sorry, if it's something stupid, I'm gonna lose my mind. Yep.
Hi, I need a certificate application.
You what?
I need a finished member certificate application.
Okay. We're doing something right now, but once we're done, I'll come find you, okay?
Okay.
Literally have a sign on the door saying, if it's an emergency, knock. Not an emergency. Can I go home now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Canceling the live. We've been over 27 minutes rambling, so it's fine. That's enough time. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just, there's like little things like that throughout all the books that I think I'm like,
it's like, you're all sitting here saying you're the most powerful, the smartest people in the land, the most powerful people to ever exist, and nobody's like, if A plus B, if A equals B, or whatever the math equation is, it's like nobody's like thinking the next step in the equation here. They're all just like, you're gonna sneak in and sneak out, and it's like, no, that's not how that's gonna work. Especially when it didn't work the first time. No. And then they're like, oh, gotta go do it again. Same thing again. It'll work this time.
You got this time. Yeah. Don't worry. It's all good.
No! People are crazy.
Also, like, I know we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves. Because I think, like, knowing, because we've read the books. Yeah. In the next book, like, it talks about how hard it is for, like, Elaine to transition. Look, Favor's just, like, there. Yeah. She's like, I'm here. I'm good. And, like, Elaine is literally driving herself crazy in the next books. And, like, it's because she can, like, hear everything. Yeah. And is literally going insane. And I guess, like, part of it's because, like, Favor, like, got time to adjust to, like, certain things by living in the realm, but like still though, she's just good. She's like dealing with trauma from like having to be under the mountain and everything, but like she's like, okay, I'm good now.
It's like I was a normal human, a normal 19-year-old girl,
right?
And now my hands catch on fire, but it's cool.
Literally insane. I just, like, there are things, there are inconsistencies throughout the entire thing. But yeah.
I know I'm going to have a big rant next book about, like, the final battle. It's like, ooh, still mad about it from the first time I read it. all that world building for nothing.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think thought-wise.
All right, here's a question that Kaya asked me.
Mm-hmm.
That she said we should talk about this for the next book before she left. Do you think Tamlin actually loves Farah? Or do you think he just loves the power he has over her?
I mean, I think he had to love her to break the curse, at least somewhat.
Yeah.
Like, enough to do that. But, like, after...
But, I mean, realistically, he didn't break the curse.
True.
She broke the curse herself with a different bargain.
That is true. Yep.
So, them being in love actually had nothing to do with it outside of, like, her going and, like, doing all these challenges.
True.
But, I mean, it's perfectly possible that he, like, did love her, and he did also love the power he had over her. Because we see that all the time.
He love her a little bit to,
yeah.
like, go and... Because he didn't have to, like, take care of her family.
Yeah.
Because he could have just been like, okay, yeah, right, bye. Like, I'm gonna let all of y'all die. See ya.
Yeah.
But no, he, like, gave them money and, like, took care of them, which they, like, willingly took. And just, like, didn't bat an eye at, which was, like, super annoying. But, like, he, like, took care of them. And was like, there you go.
Yeah.
But I just... Because I don't think if you just love somebody for the power aspect of it, you would have done that. Because he could have just let them... I don't know. I don't think in the society that they're in, and then with all of the stuff that's going on in his realm, and like all of that I don't think he knows how to love somebody.
True.
Because
he has been largely locked in his house by himself for, 50 years?
Yeah, and there's no telling, like, what made him do. Because, like, we know what she did with Resand. So there's no telling. So, like, that on top of, like, everything else. It's not an excuse for why he treated her.
Yeah.
But I don't think he, like, really knows how to, like, healthfully love somebody.
Yeah.
Like, he is loving her the way that he knows how to.
Well, not only that, but just, like, being a, like, for all intents and purposes, powerful High Lord. And, like, growing up where it's, like, you are special, you're important, you're so powerful, you're so great, you're in control of all these things. It's, like, that really would just, like, prime someone to, like, take that position and that, like, status... that, like, power dynamic into all of their relationships, because that's the relationship you have with everybody else.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's, like, it's not an excuse for the behavior, but it makes sense why he would go into a romantic relationship being like, I am in charge because I'm in charge everywhere else. What I say goes. Everyone listens to what I say. It's not a conversation, Farah. You have to do as I say.
Yeah. I agree. It's so loud today.
Correct. That's why I'm parked in overstimulation station.
Having a good time. But, did they talk about what happened with Morn in this book?
Yes. Briefly. I don't remember if we get, like, the, like, whole story. I think we get more in the next book. But we get kind of the Sparks Notes version of it. Of she was engaged to, like, basically sold off to Eris, and then she went and slept with Cassian because she didn't want to marry him because, why would she? Makes sense. And then her family...
No, Eris beat the crap out of her, right?
No, her family beats her. And then, like, dumps her on the border between the, like, two lands. and then Eris finds her but leaves her there.
Okay. I know he was involved with
Yeah.
that part of it in some way, somehow. But, like, so that, bringing that up, makes me hate Reese more.
Yeah.
Because, like, now that they've both, in a way, like, been abused, and Feyre has also been, so, like, why didn't you do more?
Yeah.
Why didn't you do more? The entire time she was under the mountain. Instead, you were just being an asshole.
Yeah.
And then, on top of, like, all of that, like, your family has, like, a pattern of abuse. There's so many, like, I can't remember everything that happens in the book. Because my brain's out of it. Like, because his mom had her wings cut off, right?
No.
No.
They were going to.
And then...
But then the dad, like, showed up in the camp and was like, oh, that's my mate. Take her down.
Okay. But, like...
But there was, like, abuse between those... I don't remember if it was abuse or just, like, the dad was not, like, a nice guy, so it was, like, really toxic.
Yeah.
But it's, like, something was going on.
Yeah, something... I can't remember, because I couldn't remember if she got her wings cut off or what.
I don't remember if we got a lot of details, but he said it, like, wasn't a good relationship.
Yeah. But, like... You would think, after all of that, after, like, watching your mom and dad not be in a good relationship, whatever it was...
Which...
You yourself going through crap.
Side tangent, if I ever...
Yeah.
Just to, like, throw the idea out there. Why would you even, like, have this system where it's like, oh, that's my mate, that's the person I want to be with forever, but it's like, also, it could be wildly toxic and abusive. It's like, why is that even the system? If we're setting up this imaginary concept, why would it not be like, I want to protect this person, I want to defend this person, I love them?
Which is how it should be.
Yeah.
But I can see where it's like, you want to... I could see where it could become toxic, though. Because, like, I'm wanting to protect this person, and I'm, like, so they can...
Yeah, like, you could take the protection too far, but it's like, why wouldn't it be to where you want to put their best interest first? It just...
I don't know, TikTok girlies who write alpha and omega shit. Come in our comments and tell us. Because, like, I feel like I see so much, like... because I'm on Book Talk because of what we do. Like, I see so many things that are like, oh, the alpha. Oh, and it's like always like a toxic thing. And so, like, I think that's just like how it is.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that way.
No.
If you're gonna be like, this is your fated person, this is the person the universe has said, this is your person, and you're gonna be a jerk to.
Yeah.
Come on. Are you serious? It's a cruel joke.
Yeah.
But, like, I remember, what is it? I read something that it was like, it's like as soon as they found their mate, they were like insatiable. Like, they like have to be like all up on them. So, like, you're.
Well,
like,
that was this book.
like, and it's like, well, it is, but like they know each other in a way, you know. It's not just like you're meeting this random person. Like, that'd be like me and Tori don't know each other, and then I'm like. And you just immediately, like, that's crazy to me how it's like, that's okay. No, it's very much not.
No.
But all right. Oh, and then, like, speaking of that, the behavior talking about sex in this book and, like, the taunting and, like, just, no. I want to punch everybody. Fight everybody. You nasties.
I think that's circling back a little bit. Another thing that kind of like makes people so defensive of Reese, because there's a few points in the book where he really like tries to make a point of letting Feyre have a choice and have some sort of agency, which Tamlin didn't. But it's like when we actually come to consent, it's like he really does not fully get it.
No.
It's like you're so close and yet so far.
Yeah, but I feel like that happens with so many characters. So many characters.
And in like real life, so many people like do not get it.
It was in the same vein of that. Shoot, I forgot. I can't remember. Oh, can we talk about the freaking priestess?
Yes, I hate her.
I hate her.
Mm-hmm.
I hate her so much. And like that and that whole thing there makes me so angry because it's like, oh, okay, like she is like a person in power and like she's doing her thing. And like she is a woman who is in power in this world that is very much run by men, but you would think that it would be a situation where it's like,
hello. Still recording. Don't say anything.
I'm gonna have like a bit of sympathy, but no, she's power hungry the entire time. Nasty. It makes me very mad.
Yeah.
Did you like the like? Hey, I'm here to. Well, what did you think about him like just not talking to Feyre because they had that mental link forever, like or like not checking in on her before the wedding, and then he's like, I'm here. I'm not gonna come get you this entire time. I'm gonna taunt you with it. I'm gonna taunt you with it. Then I'm gonna come get you, and then like right before your wedding, boom.
Yeah.
He's like, I saved you. I got you, baby girl. No. You really didn't. Okay.
It's like, I found it really frustrating because, kind of like you were talking about, where like all that stuff went on with Mort, and he like pretends to be this person who is like, I want to protect you, I want to defend you, and like once he did get her, he's like, I kept bringing you back even though you hated me because I couldn't just leave you there, and it's like, but you left her there this entire time. It's like, and you talk about, it's like you could feel her through the bond, you knew all this was happening, and you're just like, I'm ignoring it, she's in love with someone else, it's someone else's problem.
Oh, and then like the teaching her how to read and do all of that, and Rhysand is blah blah blah, gross.
Yeah.
Nasty. Don't like that.
I mean, really the entire way they communicate is, like, some of it's okay. I will give them their moments. They have some moments where it's like they are communicating more healthy, but it's like it veers toxic so fast, and it's just like played off as this light little playful thing, and it's just like, you really shouldn't be talking to someone that it's like, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. It's like, you probably shouldn't be flipping them off like every other page then. It's like, maybe you should be having a conversation about the way you communicate.
Yeah.
Every other word shouldn't be, you prick.
Can we talk about, I see so many memes making fun of her, or like painting the freaking eyes. And where they're like making fun of her. Do you think she's a good artist, or
right?
Do you think,
or do you think it's really bad, and everyone's just like, wow.
You're so good. Like, honestly, I would love for Sarah J Maas, if she does anything, if she does anything, just to be like, this is what Feyre's paintings look like, and it's like a kindergartner's painting.
I think that'll be the most entertaining part of the TV show that actually happens. Like, what is the art actually like?
Can you imagine everyone's like super psyched, and then it's like Jurassic Park background. It's like her painting little stars in really bad flames. But my thing is like, okay, you painted your dresser to represent each sister because each of you get a magical a drawer to yourself, and it's all, oh, very cohesive, very nice, very good, like, love it. But I like to think that it was bad, like really, really bad.
It makes it funnier.
Okay.
Like, it's probably intended for it to be good if she, like, spends so much time talking about the art, but it's just, like, it's funnier to imagine it really bad.
Like, she thinks it's, like, the bomb.com, and they're just like,
Like, wow.
Rhysand's sending them letters, like, you better see you like it.
Everyone is so creative.
You better see you like it. She has to like me. Us bullying each other isn't only going so far.
Me annoying her is the only thing keeping her alive.
Guys, she only called me a prick twice today. I really think she's liking me now.
Yeah. We're basically in love. I'm ready to tell her about the bond. Only not really. Just part of it.
Guys, do you think if I take her to the rest of the wind, she might like me a little more?
Do you think if I take her to this ancient monster that like weaves people's skin and send her to find her engagement ring that she doesn't know is her engagement ring, and she's definitely gonna get caught because I haven't thought this through at all. That she'll fall in love with me and say yes.
Like, honestly, would you have said yes if, like, you had to go through all of that to get your own ring, and I would just be, no. I'm sorry.
Like, bye.
Ask me, we're basically immortal, ask me in another 50 years. I'll think about it.
Yeah. I need more time to forget this happened.
He's just like, you hear him on top of the house, the wind just sobbing, like, really obnoxiously loud.
Oh, speaking of, that's another thing. Was it after they went to the Weaver? Or after they came back from summer? Where she, like, snipes back at him one singular time.
Mm-hmm.
Not just, like, calling him a prick, but, like, makes one comment that's, like, a real dig. Which isn't healthy or justified. But, like, one real comment, and he, like, ghosts her for 3 days.
It was after all of that, I think.
Yeah.
And he being a very big crybaby.
Oh, like, that is not
and
mature.
Then it's like, just... I can't remember if it happens in this book because we've read all the books, so it's so hard.
Yeah.
This is the hard part about reading Twilight, too. When they're in the hut... Does that happen in this book?
In the hut.
And they kick him out of the hut. It's Cassian and Azrael, and they're all in the hut together.
I don't think anyone's in a hut in this one.
They, like, get into the sauna hut, and it's, like, the male sauna hut where they're gonna go be masculine together.
No, that's the next one.
Like, I'm not gonna talk about it then. We'll talk about it, because, like, I'm just like, what the hell? Why was Sarah J Maas, like,
we make them only naked in the hut. Yeah. Can we talk about how... I like how we're saying, can I talk about, and what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
When Farrah finds out from the cereal that they're mates, and she's like, Moore, take me to the secret cabin. Well, she didn't say that, but Moore takes her to the secret cabin. And she's like sitting there stewing because she's so mad that Reese has lied to her again after she like specifically told him, don't lie to me anymore. Yeah. Don't use me as a pawn. Don't do this X, Y, and Z. It's like, just be honest. And he was not honest once again.
No, about a really big thing. Not like a little white lie.
A huge thing.
A very huge thing that's going to change the course of so many different things.
But then every time Moore comes to check on her, she's like, would it be so bad to be part of her family? Would it be so bad to love him? And it's like, that is not the issue. That is not the problem. So she's like, no, it wouldn't be that bad. No, I guess I do love him. But it's like, that's not why you're mad.
Yeah.
You're mad because he's lying.
Looking at the really badly painted eyeballs.
Yeah. It's like, that's not why we're in hiding now.
No, so it's just...
So it's like, why are you trying to talk her into it? It's like, that's not the argument we're having.
They're just... It's... I don't know. Just, like, very questionable choices.
Yeah.
Everyone's like...
What's in my random thoughts here? Where do I want to take this train of crazy next? Can we talk about how Farrah basically just, like, they wrote it so Farrah basically flirts her way out of depression?
Yep.
That's bonkers.
That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
That's insane.
If that has happened to you, okay, like, great. I think
I don't think being clinically depressed would, like, prevent anyone from falling in love. That's not what we're saying.
No.
But it's just, like, I was ready to kill myself, but now I've got this guy flirting with me, so
he's being kind of mean to me, but...
Yeah, he's so mean to me that now I don't want to die. Which, like, anything to get you to the next day, I guess, but it's like...
I look forward to calling him a prick every day now. That's what...
But it's just like, maybe we could take a few more steps to actually work through what's going on here, instead of just being like, we're fine now.
All of our funding taken away. I'll finish that for you later, because I almost made a comment that would have lost all our funding.
Don't do that, please.
No, but it's really
We're already online begging for baby formula.
And you're gonna cackle when you hear it, because I know you.
I'm excited. See, this is why you get to write jokes to calm me down.
But, yeah. I wish I could flirt my way out of clinical depression.
Well, just try tell Robbie to try harder.
Robbie, need me to be a little bit more than works for Farrah. He couldn't. He'd cry. Oh my god. Poor baby.
Let's see. Where else do we want to wander in this?
I think we've covered a lot in our ramblings.
Okay, and I don't think it needs to be a huge conversation, but I hear a lot of people talk about how because of what happened to Reese under the mountain, which you might have touched on this already, I don't remember. My brain, as I mentioned, goo. Like, everything that happened with Amarantha, all the, like, 50 years of sexual assault that he endured.
Yeah.
It's like people use that as kind of like justification for his actions of he's been through a lot too, so it's fine that he does X, Y, and Z to her. And it's like, I need it to be very clear to all of you. That is not okay. That's not how things work.
Yeah, you being traumatized does not justify you traumatizing other people.
No. It's like, we just need to explicitly state that. That's not okay. Ooh, okay. This is a good one. Reese claims that everything he did under the mountain, and basically everything he does, was actually to protect Farrah.
No, it's bullshit.
Yeah. It's like, do we think that's realistic? Does he think that it was actually to protect her? Or is it a very convenient excuse because now she's like gone off and she's like, you've lied to me too many times, and he's like, I will say whatever it takes to get her back in my good graces.
Oh, I think it was
and get her like back under my thumb.
Because it's like, you could have done so much more for her under the mountain. You didn't have to dress her scandalously.
Yeah.
If you're gonna drug her like that, first of all, don't pull her out. You shouldn't have pulled her out and got her drunk and made her forget everything. You could have, if you're gonna do that, you could have like given it to her down there. Yeah. So she just sleeps through the night or whatever. Yeah. Like there are different ways you could have done that. But then also, if you shouldn't have done it anyway. But if you're gonna do it where you're not pulling her out, dressing her in scandalous stuff, hanging her body, doing all of that, making her dance. Don't do that. Or like send music down. Send Lucian down. Yeah.
It's like even when he was doing like going through his whole spiel of it was actually to protect you. It like tells on himself, and he's like, well, I did that to make Timlin mad. I did it to make Amarantha mad, to do this dig at her. But also it was to protect you and to help you forget. And it's like, forget what? The like horrible things she's going through are the things you were putting her through.
Yeah.
It's like, this isn't helping her forget the challenges. She still remembers all the challenges.
All of that, but
it's like the only thing she's forgetting is the part where she's dancing with you and you're making her do that.
Yeah, being messy. But I don't know. All of this stuff and the
it's just like so gaslighty, and it's like it sets this precedent for people, because this is something I'm really harping about in my comments as I argue with people, is that it's like, yes, we can sit here and we're like, oh, it's a fantasy book, it's not real, I wouldn't want that in my real life. But it's like, you have to sit there and think about it and be like, what is actually happening here? And literally, like, think about it critically, because there are all those people that are like, that's my favorite book boyfriend, that I'm getting a tattoo of his face on my leg, I'm getting these tattoos on my knees. It's like, people love this guy and go to bat for him, and it's like, this is not healthy behavior. And in a book that's like marketed to like young adults, to teens and young people who may not have a lot of relationship experience or have parents that are modeling healthy relationships, it's like, that is so unhealthy to be like, this is the better one. It's like, you're supposed to hate Tamlin, but you're supposed to love this guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no. It's like, think of all the gaslighting that is happening.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So this is why I'm being annoying talking on the internet all the time about why I hate this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because it, like, actually is affecting people. I know a lot of you are smart, talented people who can, like, differentiate these things, but it's like, we're talking a book that's marketed to people without fully developed prefrontal cortexes.
Yeah, and especially in places where you... I'm trying to think about how to word this. It is actively being pushed that you don't teach sex ed. And you don't teach about healthy relationships because that is too woke. Or you don't teach about different types of... Or it's not
appropriate to teach kids about sex because then they'll have sex. And it's like, they're gonna have sex anyways.
Yeah, they're gonna have sex anyways. And at least if they're gonna have sex, you can help them to have safe sex or know where to go get things to go have safe sex. And instead, we're living in a time where not only is sex bad, safe sex is bad.
Yeah.
Safe relationships are bad. And it's almost as if, like, you get a slap on the wrist for doing anything horrible in a relationship. And, like, there are so many different people who are working to change that, but it just constantly seems like it's getting harder.
Yeah.
I can't remember, I came in and told Tori the other day, like, we're living in a time where, like, contraceptives and stuff like that are becoming harder and harder to get.
Yeah.
And in some cases are becoming, I think it was Louisiana or Alabama made it birth control a controlled substance. It is not a controlled substance.
No.
That is literally insane. But keep in mind, like, a lot of girls or people with uteruses start birth control because of their periods or their menstrual cycles or because of acne. It is not something that is going to lead them to have sex. I got on birth control because my acne was horrible. That I did not immediately go out and be like, here we go. But like, so many people think like that. But even if they are, why are you not giving them the tools to do that? And then why are you not allowing us or like other people to go in and say like, this isn't a healthy relationship? I know he is the lesser of two evils, but like it shouldn't be a lesser
that doesn't make it a pillar of goodness.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a lesser of two evils situation. Like, it should be like you are getting with a decent person who respects you in every single way, and not a like, he kind of respects me sometimes.
And like, I know the primary audience is like a female audience for the book, but it's like a lot of people go off and like will be like, hey, having their boyfriend read the book and like filming videos of their boyfriend reading it. It's like, if you're saying this is the guy I like, then they're gonna take that behavior and they're gonna act like that to you.
Yeah, which is not okay.
Yeah.
Like, because I know so many people who are like, oh yeah, I would love this. Oh, please be my book boyfriend. If that happened to you in real life, you would not be like you would not be okay with that. Like, and it. Because like that's the thing. There are men like Reese and Tamlin out here, and I see them and I'm physically repulsed. I'm not like, oh my god, rev your truck louder for me, thank you.
Like, the media you consume has an influence on you, whether you internalize, like, critically think it, not internalize it, like critically think about it or not. It's like, you can critically think about it and be like, okay, I wouldn't want this, I wouldn't want that, like, have that educational moment, or you can just like let it happen and be like, oh yeah, that's fine, I love it.
Like, you would still read this book and enjoy it. That like, we're not
we
saying
do. It's like, I know we're sitting here ragging on this book for an hour and a half, but it's like, I do genuinely love this book.
Yeah.
I genuinely love this series. But
yeah,
it's
I'm very
just
excited
like,
for the TV series. I'm just like, yeah, I'm excited for the... like, we hated on Twilight so bad.
Yeah.
We, especially Midnight Sun. Midnight Sun was very hard to get through. But, am I excited for the TV show that's coming out? Yeah, because I want to see how they do. I want to see how they do. I want to see if they do better. I want to see how they adapt it.
I might hate watch it. But,
yeah, but like,
it might be hate watching at this point.
Police. We've been going for an hour. But, I mean, we're still gonna consume that media. But, I mean, I think we're permanent Twilight haters. Am I still, my little ratties out there, am I still in the Twilight sewer posting group on Facebook? Yes, because y'all are hilarious, and I love you. I feel like most of the time they're hating on Twilight. The majority of the time we're all hating on Twilight. Right now they're making fun of, I don't know if I can say this on the internet. They're putting, like, rose toys and stuff, and, like, talking about beans with the rose toys, and I'm like, and they're editing, like, a rose toy on, like, everybody's face. It's like, what are y'all doing? And it's so just, like, I don't get it, because it'll be like, or somebody's like, my post don't get approved, and so, like, the whole group will go make fun of that person. They're like, my post don't get approved, and so, like, the admins will be like, okay, we're gonna approve this post about you complaining your posts aren't getting approved, and they're like, it'll just be like, they take that person's face, they'll cut that person's face out, and then put it on memes in the group, and I'm like, oh no. And then in April, it becomes, for April Fools, the whole month, it'll be like a Hello Kitty fan page. And people are like, because they started doing that about 2 years ago now, and everyone's like, I didn't join a Hello Kitty fan page. And they get there's so many posts that come flooding in, like, what happened? Why is this here? No! But yeah. Anyway, whole point is, you can enjoy media and also, like,
be critical about it. Yes. Yep. It makes you smarter. Critical thinking. It's good for you. It's hard. It's not always fun. But it's good for you. Okay. What else do I have in my crazy notes? Alright. This one's almost a real question. Last month, we talked about how Sarah J Maas uses fantasy as a vehicle to examine real-world issues. What do you think she was trying to represent during the scene where Thera puts the two halves of the book together and is trying to break the cauldron and it doesn't work? What is she trying to tell us here? Because it's like, was it just to, like, have the plan fall apart, or am I supposed to be getting more from this? Because it's like, she's going through and she's like, I'm all powerful, and blah, 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 and it's like, oh, wait, what happened?
I don't. I think it was just like a few for more books.
Yeah.
I think it was just a fuel for more books. If she comes back in these next books and, like, explains, I don't think she does, though. Because it's just kind of like, oh, okay. And like, I think that's the real big inconsistency with Thera's character, though. And it's like, oh, I'm all powerful. Ooh.
Just kidding.
Yep, never mind. I'm gonna take that back.
Is it an analogy about how power is, like, destructive, or you can think you have power but you don't actually have the power you think you have, but you just think you have power? I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you trying to tell us, Sarah?
She gets in here and she's like, I'm suing you guys. Quit talking crap about my book.
Let's see. Ooh, another thing. If Moore's whole thing is that she speaks the truth. That's her entire thing. I am the Morgan. I speak the truth. I am the truth builder. You know, you can trust what I say because it is the truth. How is she even able to lie about where Miriam is to Jurian? And, like, literally the next sentence, Jurian, like, says, "You've always been such a liar." It's like, how is she able to lie if her whole thing is that she is the truth?
It's just convenient. Yeah. Like, not good character building. Just like a plot hole. Well, that's like,
Do better, Sarah.
It's like, I mean, there are so many different examples of that. It's like, oh, okay, like, okay, I kind of get it, okay. And then it's like, oh, okay, never mind.
It's like, y'all got so mad at the queens because they didn't just believe more when she's the beacon of truth. And she's telling you that they're good guys and they want to bring peace, but it's like, she's literally lying.
Mm-hmm.
So why would they believe her?
Yeah. I just, I don't know, I think inconsistencies.
Mm-hmm.
Inconsistencies.
Yeah. It's just frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for an educational moment, can we talk about why Thera goes back to Tamlin at the end? And tie that into reasons why people can return to abusers in real life. Because that is something people get real big mad about and have a lot of big feelings about online. Is if they're abusive, then why would you go back to them? And it's like, y'all don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
There's all these reasons why someone might. You can't say that, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, but there are all these reasons why someone might go back to their abuser.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's kind of, like, spoiler alert,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't know, in the next book, I mean, it gets fully, really,
Mm-hmm.
much more explained
Mm-hmm.
in the next book. But, like, she goes back because it's, like, all part of a big plan.
Yeah. I mean, we get the gist of the plan
Yeah.
at the end. Of she is going back to infiltrate them and, like, to protect everyone else. She thought she was expendable, and she's like, I'm gonna go back to protect everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that is something that happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Not in like to quite these stakes, but in real life relationships, like, people will go back because their ex says they're gonna hurt their kids.
Mm-hmm.
People will go back because their ex says they're gonna kill the dog.
Yeah.
People will go back because their ex says they're gonna kill themselves.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, you get in a lot more detail in the next book and everything, and there's like many different layers to it after you have to figure out. I can't remember how much in that book because I haven't started reading the next book.
I just finished the last one last night. This one that we're talking about.
But I mean, it gets talked about a lot, like the like all of the junk that went with it and everything. But like having to do that is, I mean, it's something that so many different people have to go and do because not only like this reason that you have, but like maybe it's a financial thing or like you can't take your kids because he makes all the money or they make all the money or she makes all the money, whoever it is who's abusing you, or you ran out of hotel nights at the place you're staying at, or you don't have money to go and put a down payment on a house for a while, or they have the only car, so that's how you get your kids around, or that's how you get to work, if they even allow you to go to work. So you might not even have any financial ways of like being sustainable by yourself, because like some shelters do have limits on how long you can stay there. Some are longer, some are shorter, and it's one of those things that it's just based off resources. So that person might have to go into a 30-day shelter, and like that is not enough time for some people. But yeah, survivors have to go back sometimes. It's not easy, and it's not easy for the advocates who work for them either, because especially if because you see so many people who are doing so well, and it's like because of one reason or another, I mean, they have to go back.
Yeah. I think that pretty well ties that up. What did you have in your questions?
They were basically stuff we talked about.
Okay.
Already.
Only 319. Let's see. Am I forgetting anything? So much happens in this book.
Yeah, it wasn't really for like the amount, and then the fact that there's like so many books after. It's kind of crazy. Like, I feel like the end of this book probably needed to just go into the next one.
Did we talk about how Fair is kind of toxic too?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't remember anymore. I'm real tired, guys.
We did talk about that, and just like the stuff that she does too that's bad. Sophie, what are they just hanging out at the front of the building? Like having a good time.
They're waiting on her grandson.
Okay. Goodness. Okay. I didn't know what was going on. They've been up there this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we've covered everything.
The mind reading.
Oh.
Farrah, the first time she goes into Lucian's mind, feels it's such a violation and like repeatedly tells Reese not to read her mind. Are you okay?
You hear the background noise?
I was talking.
Somebody's like coughing.
Yeah, somebody was like hacking up a lung.
And when Sophia made eye contact the second it happened, she just went.
What does no way? No, it sounds like a hairball.
Oh gosh. That's every day though.
Yeah. It's a real time.
It's a fun time at the shelter.
Oh, wait.
But anyway, violation mind reading.
Yes. And she like asked Reese so many times. It's like, stop reading my mind, stop doing that, blah 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 blah. And like he'll
It's like Edward all over again.
Yeah.
Except
he's just
he
like
can
constantly
actually-
in there, and she's like, oh, gotta throw up the adamant wall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, or alternatively, he could like respect your decision and not be constantly up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he was able to like ignore what's going on with her for like all those months while she was away, it's like, why can't he ignore her now?
Mm-hmm.
It's a convenient excuse, Reese.
Yeah.
I feel like I had more to say about that because it was in my notes in my Kindle.
Well,
I was just like, well, here we go again.
it's like Edward.
Because it's like every other page.
Yeah. Well, like, I think if Edward would have been able to read Bella's thoughts, it would have been the same thing.
Yeah.
And, like, in a way, it kind of is, she just has her perma shield up. She ends up getting a shield, and that's, like, Bella's excuse.
Yeah.
So it's weird. I wonder if she probably took that. Now I think about it. Because she has to throw her shield up. Or, like, put it down so Edward can read her thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. But, okay. Reason's the new Edward. Great. But, like, I don't know. Like, I kind of get, because he's like, oh, like, you need to learn how to do this so you can, like, protect yourself. But, like, she's learned how to do it.
Yeah.
Quit doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't she do it to him and he gets mad? I
Yes.
can't remember. Yeah.
So it's like he views it as a violation too, but it's just like, it's fine if I do it though.
Mm-hmm.
You're just shouting down the bond, and it's like, is she though?
Mm-hmm.
Is she though?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and she, that is something. She uses it against him
Mm-hmm.
in the next book when they're in the, like, sweat hut.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets all excited and the guys get mad at him and, like,
Mm-hmm.
shove him out. So they use it against each other regularly.
Yeah. Which is not healthy.
No.
It's like, I know we're talking about like fairies and silliness, but it's like people take this very seriously.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What were Farrah and Cassian talking about during her first training session? That's all I have written down here. When Farrah and Cassian are talking during her first training session, I don't remember what it was.
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess it wasn't good.
I wanted to talk about it. I
guess
just
it
don't
wasn't
remember
good.
what it was.
It's probably about how Reese wasn't a bad guy. Or there's more to Reese.
Mm-hmm.
Read him a fairy.
He's not on the bed. Mm-hmm.
I feel like the next live we do is going to be like, actually, let's redact.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's everything I've got.
Okay.
Oh, I remember one thing. It was not on here, but a note to myself in the book.
Mm-hmm.
At the very end, when we're like in Reese's point of view, and he's like, just come back, everyone's bloody and dying, and he comes back without Farah, and the king like is able to break the bond for the promise, the bargain, but not the like mating bond, which doesn't entirely make sense, but it's neither here nor there. Amryn gets like so up in arms, like so anxious, like what about the bond? And it's like, why do you care? You act like you hate these people 95% of the time.
Yeah.
It's like, is there more to like importance to the bond that we are not seeing?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, why are you so stressed about this?
I don't know. That's
It's like, even if they broke the meeting bond, it's like, are we saying that
now they
after
don't
that,
love each other?
now they wouldn't love each other? And it's like, actually, she may not come back if you're not just like soul tied together.
Like, bye, bestie.
It's like, actually, I do think this is all toxic and unhealthy now. I don't know. That was just something where I'm like, what?
I don't know.
I haven't had any other crazy notes to myself. I don't know. I think that was everything. If it's not, I'll just talk about it more on
Yeah, we'll
TikTok
talk
later.
about it. TikTok later, or our next book club. We're reading the 3rd book,
Yes.
so makes it easy.
We love a series.
Yes. But okay, do you have anything else you wanna?
I don't think so. Oh, I remember my K-pop news now.
Okay, K-pop news.
Yes.
Ending it with K-pop news.
It's finally 2025, which means BTS is back year, baby.
Yay!
We've got to a 7. We've got.
Did you ever figure out if he was in the revolts and stuff?
No. I've not seen anything about it. So we're gonna have to wait till they get back to have a bunch of weirdos online being like, hey, did you try to overthrow the government?
Interesting.
In between your slutty little dances?
Well, that was one thing with the dude from Big Bang. He got kicked out of the military. That was during his like military time, I think, if I remember right. So I feel like that would have been like a big thing if he would have done something, because the dude from Big Bang, because he got caught with weed, I think was what it was. He was kicked out of the military, and then he couldn't be on any media, and this was his first thing back.
Well, but that's the thing, is it wasn't like the soldiers themselves leading a coup. It's like they were directed by the president to go do this.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if, I don't reckon there would be any like consequences for the soldiers, because they were just doing as they're told, which isn't like super great.
Yeah.
For America's sake, but I don't know. I will be very curious to find out.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Because you know, if they were, that Kim Jong-un's gonna have a lot to say about it.
We'll figure it out.
Because he just looks so mad to be there every time people see him in his little army uniform. It's just like, it's like, the music's gonna be so good. Because he's so mad.
For sure.
I can't wait for our rants about imperialism.
Tori, I love you.
It's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be a great time. Okay, I think. Are we
I think
good?
that's everything.
Okay.
Alright.
Bye, guys. We'll
Bye.
see you next first Friday. Bye.
Bye.
Oh no.